It was a frigid November night in 2002. 60,000 eager football fans packed Commonwealth Stadium to watch the Edmonton Eskimos, now the Elks, take on the Montreal Alouettes. It was the 90th Grey Cup, and it had been 6 years since Edmonton had been this close to a championship. While the night would end in disappointment for Eskimo fans, this was the start of an epic journey for rookie quarterback Ricky Ray. Just 1 year later, he'd be leading the Eskimos to their 12th Grey Cup and cementing his place in football history. But where did this rookie sensation come from? And how did a third-string quarterback who had never played Canadian football before lead the Edmonton Eskimos to the Grey Cup? Well, it all started in Ray's hometown of Happy Camp, California. And after playing the past 2 seasons at Sacramento State and going undrafted, Ray was working at Frito-Lay, delivering chips to pay the bills. Then one day, Ray got a call for a tryout in the CFL.
So I was playing Arena 2 in California and got an opportunity to come to the training camp in 2002. And I mean, to be honest, I didn't know a whole lot about the CFL. I knew there was a league. Sacramento had a team for a little bit. I just was looking for an opportunity to keep playing professionally. And
first-string quarterback Jason Moss was injured. Ray would take over as starting quarterback and dominated the next 12 weeks. He threw for almost 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns while only allowing 9 interceptions on 359 pass attempts. For the non-football fans in the room, that's very good. The Eskimos made it to the playoffs in 2002, and we already know how that ended. While the loss to Montreal was hard, it set the team up for a determined 2003 season. The season had its ups and downs, starting with a hard loss to Montreal in Week 1.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration. Guys were disappointed, frustrated. That we couldn't beat those guys. After they beat us at home in the Grey Cup, to lose to them again at home was just not a great feeling. And we kind of had to rebound and get things going. So it was kind of a frustrating first part of the season for us.
But the Eskimos didn't let that stop them. They turned things around and started winning, including a blowout 52-15 win against the Hamilton Tiger Cats and a 49-20 win against the Toronto Argonauts. Entering the Labor Day Classic, Edmonton was 7-3 and their spirits were high. Their record and egos suffered after the infamous Labor Day brawl in Calgary.
Well, there's going to be more than the flag. Well, there's going to be some ejections now as we see the tempers start to flare. We see some players getting thrown out.
Bench is clearing.
Sean Fleming.
Shades of the Flames and the Oilers. It's a number of Stampeders coming.
But the team bounced back the next week, defeating the Stampeders 38-0 at Commonwealth Stadium.
Looking back, I mean, that was a big win for us. That's kind of when the intensity of the season really kicks in is those Labor Day games, the rivalry game against Calgary. And it's really intense out there on the field. The guys are feeling kind of that importance of the time in the season where, the playoff picture is starting to kind of unfold and you got to make sure that you're, winning the games there in the second half of the season. So it was a big win for us to, overcome that loss on the Labor Day game and beat them in the rematch, 38-0 was a big confidence boost for us. And I think we started to play some better football in the second half of the season and build that momentum that we needed, going into the playoffs.
Edmonton was flying high after defeating Calgary, but they still had one new obstacle to overcome. They needed to face Montreal once more, even though they'd lost to them 4 times in 2 years.
I think it was just we were slowly kind of figuring them out, getting a better game plan for them, being able to execute against them. Don Matthews had a very aggressive style. They blitzed a lot, put a lot of pressure on you as an offense to make plays out there. And
it was a nail-biter of a game, but they finally did it, winning 20-19 over Montreal. The Eskimos finished first in the West Division and beat the Saskatchewan Roughriders in the Western Final, punching their ticket to a rematch for the record books.
Beating those guys in October really gave us that confidence that we knew we can beat them if we saw them again.
On another brisk November night, fans packed the stands at Taylor Field, the same stadium Ray made his CFL debut.
In the CFL this year, and he'll be dueling for the second straight year against Ricky Ray, who was the people's choice as the outstanding player, haunted by missed opportunities.
Edmonton kicked off the 91st Grey Cup with a bang, with a 40-yard pass by Ray to Ed Hervey, setting Mike Pringle up for a 4-yard rushing touchdown. to go up 7-0.
Pringle up the gut, touchdown, just like that.
Early in the second quarter, Edmonton would strike again, increasing the lead to 14-0.
We knew if we could get a little extra time, their defense backs were one-on-one against our receivers, and we felt like we could win those matchups. It was just we needed that little bit of extra time. I remember getting the snap, rolling to my right, seeing that the middle of the field was open, and I just knew Jason would be down, taking the post, and was able to throw it out to him. Obviously, he got separation and was able to make that catch for a touchdown.
The rest of the second quarter was tense, with both teams trading touchdowns.
Pat Woodcock, sling it deep, touchdown. Ray, corner, Tucker, touchdown. Calvillo, up top again for Cahoon, touchdown.
But Edmonton would kick a late field goal to go up 24-21 heading into halftime. The Alouettes only managed to score 1 point in the third quarter, so the Eskimos held their lead going into the fourth. With the game on the line, the team came together, scoring 10 points in the fourth quarter, clinching Edmonton's first Grey Cup victory in 10 years.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Getting to go up there on the stage and see our guys, hoist the Grey Cup. It was just so much fun. Guys, now that I'm retired and done playing, you look back at those times and say, man, that was a special time.
But Ray's story didn't end there. He won another Grey Cup in 2005 with the Eskimos and 2 more with the Argonauts in 2012 and 2017.
He hung up his cleats for the final time in 2018 and was inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame in 2022, ending a historic 16-year career. Even though his playing days are now over, the memories he made as an Eskimo will stick with the 4-time Grey Cup champion forever.
Man, guys just love playing in Edmonton. A lot of the American guys, or a handful of American guys, stayed up there year-round. They love being in the city. They love playing, for Edmonton, and you could really feel that. Just the love of being a part of that team. And it really kind of felt like a family. You're part of a family. The team's a family. You got to be part of the community, and you got to be a part of a great organization.